So lately what I've been trying to do was to be more open with you, and now I want to speak about bullying because bullying was such a big part of my life. And welcome to coffee chat, because this is our coffee chat. Just take some time, grab yourself your favorite coffee, your favorite matcha, your favorite drink, and let's talk, because I've been bullied my whole life by my colleagues, by my parents. I've been abused, so I have a lot of advice to give you guys on how to deal with bullies, with haters, with abusers. Now the question is, how do I deal with bullies and haters? Honestly, now I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I live in my own bubble. I'm happy. The secret is to not care, but until we get there, I have just plenty of advice. So first advice I can give to you is to not show them fear. Because if you show your bullies fear, then it's over. It's over because they know they can walk all over you. So you have to treat them the way they are treating you. And I know that's hard because it took me a long time to understand. I was just keeping my head down. I was so scared to even go to the bathroom in school because I was afraid the girls will be there and then they'll bully me. They'll beat me up because yeah, I was beaten. That's how hard it was. And I had nobody to talk to because my mom was bullying me and abusing me too. So basically I was all alone and I was scared and I literally had no one. So in case you have no one now, just think that you have me, because I don't want you to go through what I had to go through when growing up. It was so hard because literally nobody knew and nobody knows now what I had to deal with. So that's why I want to share my stories with you over a coffee chat. Don't let them see that you are intimidated, okay? If they are mean to you, be mean, like fight back, say something back, because otherwise if you run scared or things like that, they will run all over you. They will not stop there. Literally, I was so scared of this girl. I remember her in my school, and I went to the bathroom during my lessons just so I won't meet anybody, and she was there in the hallways and she was bullying me for having really thick eyebrows, and she literally pulled some of my eyebrow out right over there. Like she put her hand on my eyebrow and she pulled it out like I was her, like my body was hers. And like that was really traumatizing because I literally went to the bathroom during my lessons so I wouldn't have to meet with anybody that would want to bully me. And like, why was I bullied? Because I was ugly and chubby as a kid, and my bully started really young, and everybody was like running away from me just because I was that ugly and unimportant kid. And after that, I think that I created a rebellion, and I feel like I should not blame myself, but some people would say that it's my fault, that I was always seeking others' attention, and because of that I was always like kind of a problematic kid because I was always there when nobody wanted me, and if they did not want me I would just like force myself on their throat. And yeah, because after all it was sad to be the bully kid, okay? So my advice is to not give them power. Like if they have things on you, like any pictures, and they are threatening you, don't be scared, because if you give them the power they can literally ruin your life. Remember, even now I had a best friend at that time, and he like started blackmailing me. He created a fake Facebook account so I wouldn't know that it was him, and he would be right next to me when I was talking about this. He would listen to me. I was trying to find that person who was blackmailing me because I was so scared. I was like, I think 14, and again I had nobody to talk to because I was scared of my mom because she would abuse me, she would bully me too. And literally he was there pretending to give a damn while he was the one threatening me and blackmailing me. And the secret is to not give your bullies the power to destroy your life. So if they are threatening you, just be like, okay, fine, delete the pictures. Like act like you don't care, because if you act like this they will know they can do anything because you just don't care. Then that it's not your fault. If you are being bullied, this doesn't say anything about you. If anything, it says something about the bully. It says that they are miserable, they have a miserable life, and they think that you are more interesting, your life is more interesting than theirs. So they are trying to make themselves less miserable by picking up with you, by being your bully. This is what bullies are. They are like miserable people, and I used to feel so empathetic about them, and I used to like just say that okay, it's not their fault, maybe they are trying and maybe they are going through something bad extra. But at the end of the day, it's their fault because they chose to do this, they chose to be this person. Don't turn into your bullies, just don't. No matter how bad they hurt you, you don't have to be like them. You are braver than that, you are kinder than that, you have to be better than that, because everything that you've been through was for nothing if you turn out to be just like them. So every time you're like unkind and you have negative thoughts and opinions about other people and you feel the need to vocalize them, just don't. Because you know what, it's okay to have opinions. Everybody has opinions. Nobody says that it's all right to agree with everything, but at the end of the day, just don't share them. Let's be a bit more kind and empathetic in 2025, because there's no need to bring somebody down just because you don't like something about them. So why do you feel the need to do that? Especially on social media. Just cyberbullying is a real thing. Just like keep scrolling if you don't have anything good to say. Personally, right now I don't deal with haters. Like I got some hate comments and I just don't care, you know. I want you to talk about me, because at the end of the day, I'm like doing social media, so if nobody talks about me, I won't be successful. So go ahead and talk, spread all that hate, leave all those comments, because it helps me in the end with the algorithm and stuff like that. So at this point, I want all the haters to be in my comments and I want them to talk, because it will help me achieve my goals. So I won't let them ruin my life. I won't feel bad for what they're saying, but in fact I will feel good because the algorithm will push my content out. If you are bullied by your parents, don't try to change them. I've been trying to talk to my mom for years and she's like, oh, you want to change me now that I'm 50 years old. She doesn't know the impact she has on me. She doesn't know that her words are always bringing me down. When I was living away from home, I was always trying to raise my self-esteem and to be better and to have trust in myself and feel good in my own skin and practice self-love and healing. And every time I would visit her at home, all the progress that I've made was back to square one, because that's how much power she had over me. But now her power is zero. She doesn't have any power over me anymore. And that's the thing, you should not let your parents have power over you either, because they know they're your parents, they know you care about their opinions. Because I was like, for so long I was like, if my own mom doesn't love me, then who will? Like everybody turned their back against me, all the kids in my neighborhood, all my colleagues at school, even in high school. And I was so happy to get out of that small town and like rebrand myself, rebuild a healthy life, because that town was so toxic and it like destroyed me. At some point I was like, what the fuck am I doing here on this planet if nobody is willing to love me for who I am? For so long I thought that there was something wrong with me, when in fact there wasn't. You cannot change who you are. Yeah, you can change smaller things, like if you're a messy person you can change that, but if you are like an energetic person, if you are like outgoing, you cannot change that. And yeah, they will call you crazy, they will try to bring you down, they will try to bully you, because that's what they do, honestly. Even my mom all the time should call me fat. She'd be like, oh, why are you eating bread? Bread is making you fat. Why are you eating potatoes? Is making you fat. Oh my god, you need to lose some weight, blah blah blah. And I was never that like fat, you know, like in order for me to be like unhealthy and fucked up that you already are. But I guess my mom never knew what I was going through. If they want to fight with you, don't get out of that situation. Run, call somebody, I don't know, but just get out of that situation, because I was so terrified to even run. There was a girl, she came with multiple people, and I was with a colleague of mine. He was a man, and we were like, I think 12 or 13, and this girl came with multiple people, and she basically was like, get down on your knees. There were like 10 people over there, and we were so scared because we were afraid we'll get attacked, which we did. Like, she slapped us, she like put her hands in my hair, and she literally shamed me back then, and this was like a painful thing to watch. So if this happens to you, just run, call somebody, don't stay there and fight back, because she knew I had no power, because I started crying and apologizing, which is the wrong thing to do. When somebody comes to attack you, you don't apologize, you don't cry, you just act the same way that they do, so they would get in fact scared of you, and this way you can prevent a situation like that from happening to you. And I'm just trying to give you guys advice, because I've been going through a hard time all my childhood, and I don't want this to happen to anyone, but I know it will, because it's inevitable. That's why I'm trying to like at least help you with a piece of advice, because if you knew how I would handle now some situations, because back then I handled them differently, maybe you will avoid some situation or have a better outcome than I did. Find your people, bestie, but don't think everyone is your friend, because that's something I still learning even now in my 20s, because I used to think that like if I'm bonding with someone and if we get along so well and if there's attachment and if we spend every single day with each other, suddenly they are becoming my friends. But friendship is more than that. At some point I was turning into a bully too, Like, I was bullying a kid at our school. I don't even know why, and I'm so sorry for that. And when I realized what I was doing, I was like, no, I don't want to act like them. Why should I turn into a bully just because I'm bullied? See, it's what I'm talking about. Don't let your past trauma define you. And at that point, I realized that what I was doing to that boy was actually everything that they were doing to me, and to owning up to my mistake and to realize and like admit that I was turning into a bully literally took everything I had in me, and it changed the course of my life, because now I'm a better person. I didn't turn into my bullies. I'm not bullying anybody. If anything, I'm really kind to everybody because of everything that happened in my childhood. I used to stay in toxic relationships, and I used to let every person like bring me down and like treat me like shit, just because I thought that that's what I deserve, because this is how I grew up, you know, being treated like shit. And now I couldn't, like, when somebody was treating me nice, I thought that there's like a catch there should be a catch, because that's not normal, you know. But it is normal. You deserve kindness. You deserve to be treated nicely. You don't deserve being treated badly just because some kids made some wrong decisions and treated you that way when you were young. And even if they are treating you like that now, that does not mean you don't deserve love, because you are deserving of love. You deserve everything that's good on this planet. You deserve so much love. And if you don't see that yet, you have to work through that. You have to do some healing. You have to be aware of your self-worth. That's something I'm still struggling with. As I was telling you, for a literally long time, I was like, if I let these people go, even though they are toxic, if I let them go, nobody's gonna ever want me again. Nobody's gonna love me, and I will end up alone. And that was my mistake, because for a long time I was so scared of being alone, of ending up alone. That was my my biggest fear, because I was alone as a kid, and everybody was like abusing me, bullying me, and like I was basically like, I was mentally abused, physically abused, sexually abused. I was so many things. If they love you and they don't treat you right, you should let them go, because they are treating you bad. You don't deserve bad treatment. You deserve good treatment. You deserve somebody that's gonna show up there and like help you every single day become a better person. You deserve somebody who's gonna like inspire you to be a better person, and of course you're gonna inspire them to be a better person. So if you have the same fear as me that nobody's gonna love you or want you again, know that that's wrong, because you're an amazing person, and if anything, they'll be lucky to have you. So just try to heal yourself, and again, like, know that not everyone is your friend. It's so hard to make friends in your 20s, and now I'm not bullied anymore because I know my strength. As I was telling you, know that not everybody is your friend. Making friends is hard indeed. And when I moved to London, I thought that, oh my god, I'm gonna have so many friends, because when I did my bachelor in Romania, I made no friends. Like, literally, I made no friends. And I always thought like college should be like you see in movies, and you should make a lot of friends. And I was like, okay, I'll have that when I moved to London. And then I moved to London, and I met two girls, and they were amazing for a month, and then they were not my friends anymore. And honestly, I thought that I found my people finally, because like we were hanging out almost every single day. And then I don't know what happened, but I guess I'm remembering that moment. So if you don't understand a situation and you are wondering what happened, because I only remember the good moments, I remember love, and like I remember understanding, and I don't understand what happened, why that shifted, my advice to you is you are remembering the wrong things. Okay, you are remembering only the good moments, but like try to remember also the bad, because our brain has this thing where he only like focuses on the good moments that we are going through, and it puts all of the bad moments in the back of our mind in a box, and it like leaves it there, because we don't want to go through that. We don't want to see the bad moments. We just want to feel happy and live like a happy life, and do some soul searching and try to remember and understand. For a long time I always needed to understand why people were doing some actions, but now I don't. Like, okay, these are the actions. I don't care. If you decide to treat me that way, okay, fine, so be it. If you decide to leave me, fine, so be it. Like, go ahead, do these kind of things. I don't care. I don't care about your reasonings. Okay, this is who you are as a person. Like, you can't explain to me like a single one of your reasons why you're treating me that way, because you can treat people so nicely, and that's up to you, and that's up to the person you want to be. So now I don't care about knowing what's your reason for leaving me. Okay, you left, that's it. Like, you having a good reason to leaving me doesn't make this as less situation than it is, you know. At the end of the day, you left, and that's what we have to remember. Okay, we have to remember the outcome, the final outcome. You and I have to stop finding people excuses. That's so hard. We always find excuses because we don't want to admit the reality that some people suck, and that sometimes it's not our fault, and that sometimes things don't work out in our favor. But that's the reality. Stop finding excuses, you know, like try to find something. Maybe sometimes it's my fault, maybe sometimes it's your fault. Like try to find what happened there and see if there's something you could have done differently and have a different outcome, because besides healing, you also have to do some soul searching and learning. Just because you love them, you don't have to let them bully you. When I was 14 and I had my first serious relationship, my ex-boyfriend was constantly bullying me. He was like, every single time you're gonna turn out into your mother, you're so dumb, you're so fat. He literally took me in the gym when I was 14, and he had me like to a gym membership, and he would be there with me training, and I had like I think 63 kilograms back then, but he was seeing me as fat just because I don't have the hourglass body physique. But I was not fat. I was not fat. He was bullying me every single day, and then I was like, oh, he loves me, he wants what's best for me. But that ain't true, because if he wanted what's best for you, he would have understood you, he would have loved you unconditionally. He wanted to control you, he wanted to turn you into something else. Like, he did not love you for who you truly were. He loved you for the outcome you could have had if you were listening to him. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's a hard thing to admit, and it's a hard thing to understand. If you have somebody in your life who loves you, that does not give them the right to bully you. And no, they are not trying to help you become a better person, because this is not how you help somebody. You are not bullying them to become better persons, okay? You have to show them love and trust, and to inspire them, not bully them, and that's how they are going to turn into a better person. And you should not love somebody for the person that they are gonna become. You should love them for who they are, and you should be there for the person that they're gonna become. But if you don't love them as they are now, what are you doing there? The ultimate advice that I can give you is to speak this up. Nobody has to go to bully alone. I went through bullying alone, and I wish I had somebody there. So if you have somebody there, like, don't think that they won't understand. Just share this with them, tell them what you are facing, tell them what you are going through. Should be somebody that you trust, and somebody who's gonna make this a big of a deal, who's gonna support you, who's gonna try to get you the help that you need. And if you can, just go to a therapist. If ultimately you can go to a therapist and you have nobody to talk about this with, you can always talk to me. Come down into my comments, DM me privately, or DM me on, not gonna lie, I post this regularly on my stories on Instagram, because I want to help you. You are not alone. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through alone. And if you don't want to talk to me either, get yourself a journal. Journaling helps. It makes you understand your feelings. Remember, know your worth, have a voice, don't let them run over you. Just be brave, okay? This is what it takes. Be brave. If they say something to you, say it back. Show them that you are fearless. I know you are scared, but if you show them that you are a big person, you are bigger than they are, then they will leave you alone, because bullies take your fear and turn it into their power. So you should show them that you are fearless, because if you show them that you're fearless, they will have no power, okay? So do that. Turn this bad experience into art. Like, either is like music, other is like drawing, other is like poetry. Just like from experience like this, you learn something, okay? I know it's tough, but like, you have something that they don't. You have this experience, you have this traumatizing thing that happened to you, and that you can turn into a positive thing, okay? Take the bad thing that happened and somehow turn it into a positive outcome. This is the end of the video, and before I go, I want to tell you one more thing. The secret to surviving bullying is to not care. This is the hardest thing you have to do, but just don't care. They are gonna talk no matter what you do. They are gonna give hate, bully. They are gonna abuse you no matter what you do, okay? And I know some of you may stop living your life because you're afraid of what they're gonna say next, of what they are gonna do next, but that's totally wrong, because no matter what you do, literally, I was sitting on a fucking bench as a kid, on a fucking bench, and they were bullying me for just my appearance. So they will always find something to talk about. They will always find something to bully you about. So why stop living your damn precious life? You can die tomorrow, okay? You only have one life. Your time here is limited, and it's something that you have to make the most out of, okay? Just let them talk. Do not care. Live in your bubble. Do the things that you love, okay? People tell me now that I'm High School Musical because I don't care about the surroundings. I don't care about other people. I go out and mind my own business, and I do my own thing, and that they could never do this. Like, and yeah, let them not understand. That's okay. Remember, you are living in your own bubble, and create a safe space for yourself, a safe space where you can be who you truly want to be, because that's the most important thing in your life, to live the life you want to live and to just be the person you want to be. Okay, because again, remember this, they are gonna talk no matter what, so why not live life in your own terms, since it's your life to live. I mean, if you knew you were gonna die tomorrow, would you give a damn about their opinion? No, you'd go out there and make the most out of the time you have here. So go and do that now. And like now you can come and throw shit at me, you can tell me whatever you want to. I just don't care, and I'm happy, and I'm the happiest I've ever been, because I learned not to give a damn about what other people say. Like, the only thing I care about is my own opinion, is my own voice. I made my own voice, and like, you should do that too. Just don't care, go out there and slay the day, go out there and just live how you truly want to live. I can't honestly tell you how I learned to not care. I guess I was just like tired of letting other people's voices and sayings about me dictate the way I live my life, because I realized how precious my time on this planet is. And I was like, a few times in like car accidents, and I could have died. So what did I do the past few days? I was worried about what people would say about me. So I think this was something that shifted my mind. At some point, this is the last thing I'm gonna say because this video is already long. The whole city thought that I was into girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. I honestly don't know if I'm bisexual or not. That's something like I did not explore. One of my internet best friends came to my city, and we had a picture when we were like just kissing each other like this, like this is her. It was like a picture like that, like girls kiss each other on the lips so many times when they see each other, because this is like our hello. And we made a picture like that, and I don't even know how it got leaked. I think like another person again went through my phone, like my ex-best friend went through my Facebook account and found some pics that he decided to blackmail with. Like, they went through my phone out and they got that pic, and everybody had that pic in the whole town. It was like on Facebook everywhere. Like, my mom saw it, her co-workers saw it, and every single person in that town was making fun of me for being into girls, which I was not. I was literally into boys back then. I was like, I think 13 years old, and every single person when I was walking out the street, they were commenting, oh look, she's the lesbian girl, oh look at her, and they were like talking about this picture. And I was so scared to show my face into the city because they were talking about this picture, and I was not even into girls. And if I were, so what? Like, there was nothing wrong with that, but like this thing was not that normalized back then. And I told you, I don't know if I'm bisexual or not. I've only like dated boys, and I'm currently in a relationship I've been for like the past 3 years. So like, I did not explore this. And if I was bisexual, what was the point? What's the big deal? Why do you guys feel the need to make such a big deal out of people's choices, out of people's life? There's no big deal, okay? Even if you're like gay, lesbian, bisexual, even if you're like, you can be whoever you want to be, it's not a big of a deal. Why do we feel the need to make such a big fuss out of everything? Like, come on, just like mind your own business, live your fucking damn life. Like, why do you feel the need to always find something to talk about other person's life? Instead of doing that, just find something that makes your life interesting. In a few years, in like 20-30 years, you look back on your life and you realize that everything that you've done all your life was to share hatred on other people's life, and that your life was so pathetic, and that now you are on your deathbed and you literally didn't do anything all your life. You did not accomplish anything because you were too preoccupied judging other people's life. So if you are a hater or a bully seeing this, go get yourself a life and live your life, and stop talking about other people. And especially on social media, stop with the cyberbullying, because you have no idea how your comments are gonna impact the person, okay? Because maybe somebody had a bad day, maybe somebody has like a shitty life, and maybe they are posting on social media just to feel a bit better. Maybe that's their hobby. Maybe they want to find people that they can relate it, and maybe they've been going through some really bad crap, and maybe you'll be the little drop that will fill the glass, and they'll get out there and kill themselves and their lives. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you have nothing good to say, just keep scrolling and follow that person. Like, how do you have that much free time? Honestly, like, how do you have that much free time to like comment on every single video that you see and that you don't like, and to watch the full video and find something to pick about? Like, how do you have that much free time instead of doing something for yourself, something that makes you happy, something for your life? Instead of doing that, you're like literally judging and commenting commenting on others people. Like how do you have that much free time? I don't understand. But if you are that person, like, come on, let's be kind in 2025. Okay, if you don't have anything good to say, why do you feel the need to share it? Okay, I'm not saying, oh, if you have something good to say, just comment. No, but I'm saying just not care. Like, you see something and you don't understand this, you can understand, and you like don't like it, scroll down, unfollow that person. Don't comment on it, because again, some people may be going through something really bad. You have no idea, because people only post good moments on social media. They don't post like their deepest things. And again, you can be the drop that will fill the glass and end somebody's life. And I don't think you'd want to live with that. So let's be a bit kind and just like learn how to scroll, learn how to shut up. This is the most important thing, just to learn when to shut up. My mom cannot shut up. She always judging. She always has something to say, and I'm trying now to tell her, and she is always like, I'm 50 years old, you cannot change me now. But like, when you can change at any time. You are the one who's behind the wheel. You are the one who decides when to change and how to change. So you can change at any time. You just have to want it. Like, why don't you want that? Why don't you want to be a better person? Just learn when to shut up, and your life will be better. Other people's life will be better. I mean, you say you don't care about others, like why should I shut up, like I don't care about your life, but you do care when you decide to open your mouth. That shows that you care. So if you wouldn't care, you just shut up and keep your opinions to yourself. Again, everybody's allowed to have opinions. I don't like a lot of things, but I don't start commenting to people. Like, okay, if you keep your thoughts to yourself, you will make no harm. You will still be able to judge, but in your head, and you're not gonna harm anybody. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was trying to share some of my knowledge and some of my trauma and help you. I still have a lot of bad memories that I went through, and I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of advice to share with you. Remember that you are not alone. You're not the only one who's going through this. I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. Just reach out to me, write in the comments, write me via DM, and if you want to do it anonymously, I have a not gonna lie thing. I just want to help. I don't want you to go to this alone. You've got this. I know you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but I promise you there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to keep going. I'm here with you. I'll walk with you. I'll show you the way, but don't give up, because I know a lot of you may be really struggling right now. And I promise your life will get better. You just have to reach that light. The tunnel may be long, short, I don't know how long it is for each and every one of you, but I promise you will get there. You just have to keep going. And I really hope you like these coffee chats, because I want to make this as raw as possible. I just want us to have our favorite drink and just talk about these deep things and like give each other advice, inspire each other to be better. I barely edited this video because I wanted to be as natural as possible, because I feel like content creators now like spend so much time worrying about the light, worrying about the background, worrying about like the editing skills, when it's more about the value that we share. So I'm trying to make this series really raw. Remember, you are loved, okay? You are loved and you're not alone, and I'm proud of you for being here and made it through to this video. And if you are still here now, I want you to comment down below with a flower emoji, because you are blooming. You are gonna grow into and turn into the most beautiful flower out there. I love you guys. See you in the next episode.